Good morning. My name is Maggie Covarrubias, and I'm one of the practitioners here at the Center for Spiritual Living in Eugene. And I'm very happy to lead the meditation this morning. And so now we're in summer, the height of summer, and many of us have found ourselves drawn to a body of water, an ocean, a lake, a stream, a river. And so today, I invite you into this meditation, the Song of the River. So I invite you to center yourself, whether you're here in the sanctuary or at home. Center yourself where you are. Feel that chair supporting you. Feel the earth that supports that chair. Feel that connection that you have no matter where you are, that you are indeed connected to the earth. And so now we take a deep breath. We release that breath. And we just gently let go of everything. Everything during the week, all the busyness, let that go. We take another deep breath. And we accept this beautiful, healing space that we are in. So now I invite you to gently take yourself to the river. It may be a river that you visited as a child, splashed in, laughed in. It may be a river that you've gone to in your adulthood and sat by its shores waiting, sat on the riverbank waiting for the river to speak to you. And as we settle ourselves into this riverbank, as we sit under the beautiful trees, as we look out at the dancing, splashing, sparkling water, we feel connected to that water. And so now we take a few minutes and we listen to the river. We become one with the river. I am one with this river. This river flows beautifully. It's been born of streams in creeks, and it flows beautifully, effortlessly toward the ocean. And it may encounter as it flows, as it travels its beautiful path, that water may encounter waterfalls. That water may twist and turn. And as I experience those things with the river, I realize that my life is blessed in the same way, always flowing, abundant, going over waterfalls, twists and turns, but always beauty, always blessing this deep, beautiful river that I am. As I become more and more one with this river, this beautiful flow of water, I realize what a healing source it is. And as I sit on the banks of this river, I'm able to let go of anything that doesn't serve me anymore. I gather these things that are heavy. I gather these things that no longer serve me and those around me, whatever it may be, sorrow, guilt, worry. I gather these things and I gently put them in the river, and the river carries them away, takes them away, and my spirit is soothed. this beautiful river that I'm sitting next to makes me expand my awareness. As I listen to its sweet song, I can feel the deep love, wonder, the truth. That I am safe, that I am loved, that this is a healing river. The river whispers to me of life. It sings to me of joy. As I look at this beautiful river, I realize that it is part of me, and I am one with that river. I reach out and I put my hands in the river, that cool, sweet water, and realize that it's a healing presence, a healing life force. And it heals me. I realize that this river is within me and all around me, and that at any moment, at any time, I can come back to this water, this beautiful healing presence that runs within me, that runs around me, that's always there, always inviting me to heal, to celebrate, to know my oneness with Spirit, with the river. I'm so grateful to know this healing presence in my life. I embrace it. I say yes. Yes to the river. Yes to Spirit. Yes to life and love. And so it is.
I get on the stage, it gets all quiet. It's like I got you trained or something. Good morning. Welcome to Center for Spiritual Living Eugene. My name is Radiant, and this is
Sister V.
And we are grateful members of your Join Out song leading team. If you will please rise, we will sing a couple songs.
Yeah.
It's in every one of us to be wise. Find your heart, open up both your eyes. We can all know everything without ever knowing why. It's in every one of us, by and by. It's in every one of us to be free. Find your heart, let yourself simply be. We can all have everything with never knowing why. It's in every one of us, here and now. It's in every one of us, here and now. And so it is, and we're so grateful that it is in every one of us. So we turn to our neighbor and greet them. And if you're at home, please hug your cat or your dog or your reptile, and send that letter and tell all of your loved ones that they are loved. Which means they can't hear me over the live stream, but which means that they heard me just say that over the live stream, but because now I'm probably on. And now if you'll return to your seats, we'll sing our second song. You are the heart, you are the hands, you are the voice of spirit on earth, and who you are, and all you do is a blessing to the world. We are the heart, we are the hands, we are the voice of spirit on earth, and all we are, and all that we do is a blessing to the world. I am the heart, I am the hands, I am the voice of spirit on earth, and all I am, and all I do is a blessing to the world. I am a blessing to the world. Say that to yourself all week when you're in the mirror. I am a blessing to the world. And I invite you to silence all your devices now, and thank you for coming to celebrate this beautiful Sunday with us.
Hey. I know y'all just saw me over there. But I want to welcome you again. My name is Sister V. Welcome to Eugene Center for Spiritual Living. And that's what we do here. We do spiritual living. We don't do the other kind of living. Whatever that is. And, and if you're joining us by Facebook, we welcome you. We welcome you. We welcome you if you're joining us by Facebook or YouTube. Thank you very much. We invite you to, if you're here for the first time, to fill out one of those blue forms in the foyer. Excuse me, it's white now. Anyway, there's a form out there. in the foyer that we'd like to get some information from you. And all we need is your name and email address. And we'll send you some stuff about what's going on in the center. We'd like to have you join our community just as we come here in the building to be one with each other in spirit. I'm so grateful to be a part of this community. You know, every time I come, I have something to share with you guys. You know, and this is what I can say spiritual living, because when things come up, life is life, right? And obstacles come up, stuff happens. That's why it's supposed to be, so we can be, you know, get that stuff, go through that stuff. You know, the universe shows us who we are when problems come up and how you respond to them or not. And it's always to have somebody to have your back. You know, you never know. You know, somebody might say something to you and you're like, what? And I'm so grateful for my angels around the universe that just sometimes they just have your back. You know, you never know. And you're grateful for that. You're grateful for a hug. You're grateful for a smile. You're grateful for just being with somebody next to you that's like-minded. So that's why we come to the center here. That's why we, you know, expand on these principles. I want to talk about our declaration, our principles. Speaking of principles, is our fourth one. It's called Heaven on Earth. We believe that the kingdom of heaven is within us, and that we experience this kingdom to the degree that we become conscious of it. I'm going to read that once more time. We believe that the kingdom of heaven is within us, and that we experience this kingdom to the degree that we become conscious of it. Right now, I want to welcome you all again, and we're going to welcome our practitioner of the day, Maggie Covarrubias, to come and set the tone for us. But first, will you join us in singing We Are One?
We are one. We are one. I am you, you are me. We are one. And in this unity, we all live in harmony, and peace has come. For we are one. We are one. And peace has come, for we are one. Thank you so much.
We are one. I know right here, right now, we are one. And as I gather with these beautiful kindred souls, whether they're here in the sanctuary with me or whether they're joining us from home, I know that there is a power of love and life and light that surrounds me, that embraces me, that is present in every beat of my heart, a divine presence within and without. I am one with that power, that presence of the divine. And I know that even in moments of doubt, even in moments where the clouds gather, that love, that light, that life is always present, always saying yes. Yes to joy, yes to love, yes to compassion, yes to abundance. And so as we gather today, I know that this service blesses each and every person. within the sound of my voice, each and every person in this beautiful world that we live in. And I know that the music uplifts our spirits. I know that the talk inspires us. And just being in this loving community with people blesses each and every one of us, gives us hope, fills us with joy. We are one, right here, right now. I'm grateful for this service. I'm grateful for the gifts that this community provides to me and everyone in it. I bless this service. I know all is well, that joy and love are present. And I affirm this prayer by saying, and so it is.
Thank you, Maggie. And if you hadn't done so already, please silence your cell phones. Today, our message is from Reverend Linda, and it's going to be about, a wise warrior. Our holding high watch today is Kathy Day, and our practitioner of the day is Maggie Covarrubias. Our today's music is by Beth Green. As we come to the center, we always like to get you, saying something that kind of sticks with you, and we have our affirmations. And not saying only just affirmations here, but when you go home, say these affirmations. These are our July affirmations. So affirmations are to be said over and over and over again. So they kind of repeat and change your mind. So if you would join me in saying to July's affirmation, as I align myself, I'm going to say it once first. I'm sorry. I'm going to say it once first, then join me after, okay? As I align myself with the infinite power of the one life that I am, I remember that any experience I have only has the power I give it. I listen to Spirit's highest ideas of life. Together, as I align myself with the infinite power of the one life that I am, I remember that any experience I have only has the power I give it. I listen to Spirit's highest ideas of myself. And once again, we want to welcome our music for the day, Beth Green. Yes, and she'll come on up. We'll welcome her with some love. Thank you so much, Beth.
I'm Beth Green, and I'm part of the trio that is going to be giving a concert this afternoon. I hope some of you can come. Even if you can't stay for the whole time, do come be with us. You see that monster of a keyboard up there? That's going to be where I am, and it plays all kinds of wild sounds. And I'm going to be joined by two talented singers who are also going to sing with me after the sermon. But I already feel very filled with wonderful energy, and as you guys, those of you who know me, know that I improvise. So whatever it is that I'm going to play right now is inspired in this moment by what's happening in this room. So it's you. I'm playing you on the piano.
Thank you, Beth.
I almost forgot there for a minute, contemplating life, that I was supposed to get up here and meditate song, or do the meditation song, rather.
This was the river that we were meditating on this morning, right?
Took me straight there. We don't even need a meditation song, but we're still going to do it anyway.
Yes.
So sit back in your chair, and if you have anything crossed, I just invite you to uncross it and really just feel the chair that's holding you, and if you're home, the couch, or feel the warm kitty on your lap, whatever it is, just really feel it and sink into it. Because we know that God is all there is. We sink into God.
I am opening. I am opening. My heart is ready to receive. I am opening. I am opening. My heart is ready to receive. I am opening, and I am opening. My heart is ready to receive. I am opening. I am opening. My heart is ready to receive. And
letting the river flow. Allowing it to follow its course. Relaxing and being carried. This is the stream of life. The flow of energy that supports me and sustains me and gives me all I could ever possibly need when I go with it. When I stop trying to turn against the current. But allow myself to experience the easy, effortless way I am moved when I simply let go. There's one power, one source, one life, and it is being lived through its creation. And so right now, I let go and let my life flow. Spirit moves in me, through me, as me. And I simply release and allow myself to be carried into the beauty of the living world. And I let go. And so it is. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Beth. Thank you, all y'all. Oh. This month we are exploring the concept, the theme of speaking truth to circumstance. Kind of a take on speaking truth to power, but the whole idea being that the circumstances of life, the effects of life, the stuff of life are out there. And we can either give them all our power, or we can look at them and say, I see you, I am experiencing you, but you only have the power I'm giving you. We are always free to dive deep into the awfulness, the experience, the chaos, the disorder, to allow ourselves to be wrenched, or to look at it and say, yes, this is happening, but it came to pass. This isn't the truth of me. This is an experience I am having. This is something that is going on, but it's not who I am. My bank account is not who I am. My home is not who I am. Even this physical body, this soul sack in which I walk around, is not who I am. It's where I live while I'm experiencing life. And so when I can pull my higher self, my consciousness up, to look at conditions and say, yep, this is going on, and this is not my experience. This is not how I'm going to remember myself. This is not how I'm going to define myself. This is not the truth of me. This is simply an experience I'm having. Everything that is going on at the level of effect has a cause at the level of thought. Somebody had to think this into being. It had to be an idea somewhere. And when I let that idea flow, when I let that idea move through its natural course, I can see where course adjustments might be made so I don't wind up being tossed out of the boat on the river in the rocks, but find myself flowing over the surface and making it to the bottom and going, wow, what a ride. I get to decide how to do that. And I look at today's topic. We get these suggested talk titles and outlines that we are able to use. And there's a place in me that does not like the construct of warrior. Even a wise warrior feels kind of antithetical to what I would like to be or know or experience. And yet maybe I have a misconceived notion of what it is to be a warrior, what it is to be wise, what it is to be open to what's going on and to stand in my own power, to stand in my spiritual authority, to stand in the truth of who I am. Not from a place of fear or anger or frustration, but from a place of realizing I am an expression of the one. The one life that I call God or Spirit blew up. That's the Kabbalah story. It expanded until it exploded, and all the little bits of the explosion are us. And the universe was created. And then what we're trying to do is put the whole back together. That we are trying to find each other, to connect with each other, to connect with the land, to connect with the sky, to connect with the water, to connect with it all, and recreate the natural wholeness from which we spring. And I love that concept. It's that every person on this journey is looking to find the pieces of the puzzle that they fit with. To find that like-mindedness, and as my friend Carol used to say, like-heartedness, that we're seeking to recreate a sense of unity and a sense of connection. So the definition of a wise warrior is one who sees past the conditions, past the experience, to the truth, and is therefore anchored in peace and poise. You ever seen somebody walk into a room and they just own the room, and it's not arrogance or anything else, it's just they are so completely together, you feel the energy. We're not, I'm here, you know, they're absolutely the antithesis of that. They are just present. They are just fully and completely there. And that's what we're talking about, is I'm not going to get distracted by the little gnats that are flying around. I'm going to try to see, okay, there's an apple over there. That's what's drawing the gnats. Let me get rid of the apple, and then we'll get rid of the problem of the gnats. Desmond Tutu said, you know, at some point we've got to stop pulling people out of the river and go upriver to discover why they're falling in. Because otherwise we're just dealing with the level of effects. We have to look at the cause, and that's what the wise warrior does. They're not caught up and distracted by the little buzzing that's going around. They're seeing what's actually going on. And I like that, being fully mindful, being fully present, being fully in the moment. Because any time we need to change things that are out here, any time we look at the world in which we live and we go, well, that's awful, that doesn't, need to be there. What we have to do is stop and say, okay, so where can I change this? Where can I change the experience? And it's because change at the outer level begins within. Always, always, always. What is going on out there requires change within for me to be able to see it differently, for me to be able to act it differently, for me to be able to promote and create new ways of being. I have to think in new ways about what it is I'm doing. It is the whole idea that Dr. Holmes taught, and Troward and a few other people. Change your thinking, change your life. Wayne Dyer used that, picked that up from us and used it a lot. When we change the way we think about things, the things about us change. And that's where it is that we are. If I keep going through the same old gerbil wheel of stories I've always told myself, I'm going to continue to have experiences like I've always had. A wonderful minister from Canada named Tony Hedgie said, the price of the life of your dreams is the life you're living now. As long as you're clinging to the life you're living now, there is no space for the life of your dreams. If I want something different, I need to be different. If I want something new, I need to become new. If I desire greater things, I must become a greater being. It sounds, on paper it sounds simple, but it requires practice. It requires change. And then that's one of the C words that we really, really, really hate, change. Transformation sounds so elegant and lovely. But what it comes down to is change. I have to change in order to have a different experience. And that's scary. It's, we talk about spiritual practice, and that anyone who is in this teaching is a practitioner of the teaching. There are licensed practitioners who've gone through special training to become practitioners, which V is in the process of doing, and several of our other people. But right now, anyone who practices this way of life is a practitioner of the science of mind. And it's funny, we realize if I want to play the piano, if I want to sing, if I want to become a master chef, if I want to shred the guitar, I have to practice. I don't, take one piano lesson and go, okay, I'm ready to do Tchaikovsky. And yet, we do one meditation and think our life's going to change right there. It's a practice. A repetitive practice. How do you get to Carnegie Hall? Practice, practice, practice. So when we desire change, the wise warrior within us has to become from a very calm place, knowing that the change begins right here. The shift begins right here. Because we know what got me here will not get me there. What got me here got me here. If I want to get there, I need to do different things than I did to get here. And so it's all about the whole idea. My beloved early teacher, Reverend Don Moore, he said, you have every right to be angry. You have every right to be frustrated and angry as can be about this. But do you want to be right or do you want to be happy? And sadly, most of us choose we'd rather be right. But, yeah. The bottom line is, I'd rather be happy. And happiness isn't something I can become. It's a byproduct of how I live my life. It's a byproduct of how I act and how I think. So what I want to basically talk about for the wise warrior idea, I am not being distracted by the little distractions. I am aware that I need to create change in order to create what it is I am seeking. But what I really, really need to do is realize something that I learned in Kabbalah, which is Jewish mysticism. Satan, or the obstacle, is actually the doorway to God. That which looked like the problem is the solution. That which looked like the lost year became a full-on training in what it is that's mine to do. That which thinks to be blocking me that I want to try to get around, I need to go through. And by going through it, I truly do become that person I've always dreamed of. I truly do become the power that is my inherent nature. What is in the way winds up being the way. And that's so paradoxical, and it makes absolutely no sense, and that's exactly how it works. It absolutely makes no sense, and it's the opposite of what logic would tell you. But you cannot logic your way to faith. You cannot logic your way to spirit. It is a leap of faith. It is a letting go, and you can't do it in 2 small jumps, because otherwise it'll be, whoa! It has to be a giant leap to the other side. And it's scary, but it works. Would you rather be happy, or would you rather be right? I don't know. I have missed so much joy in my life. I look back from my crone years here at me in my 30s, me in my 40s and 50s and 60s, thinking I was doing such a good job of things and keeping everything. That Virgo midheaven has me keeping it all packed in a nice little bundle here. And I missed so much joy because I was clinging to how things should be instead of how they were. I was trying to make things fit my definition of how they ought to be, what was right. When the truth of me, the truth of life, is that it's unfolding perfectly all the time. And if I would let go, I would release a whole lot of cortisone that I'm building up. I would release a whole lot of angst, tightness in the belly, tight shoulders, because the joy is everywhere around me. Life is exploding in beauty. And I'm sitting here thinking we should have planted a different color of rose. I mean, you laugh, but that's what we do. We miss the grace of what is by thinking about what we could have done, would have done, should have done. In the movie years ago, Two Grumpy Old Men, where Raquel Welch says, I can't remember which one she was talking to, whether it was Jack Lemmon or the other guy. Walter Matthau, thank you. But she said, we don't regret what we did. We regret what we didn't do, what we could have done and didn't. That's where regret comes from. Holding on too tight, failing to get in the picture that is unfolding so beautifully if we would just open our hearts and our minds and let go. Be present to this moment, right here, right now. As I do treatments with my prayer partners, I find that my opening is always, right now I'm going to stop. My opening of a treatment is always to stop. Because as long as I am in the busyness of the day, as long as I am looking at my to-do list or my to-don't list or my to-whatever list, I am not here. The appointment in an hour, this 2 hours ago that I could have done differently, none of that matters. I have to be here now in order to be present to the one. I have to look past, as the wise warrior, I have to look past the distraction that are happening all around me to the truth of what is. And I found something to help us, sort of a practice, as it were, for us to see people and to see ourselves with new eyes. So my challenge for you this coming week is to think about and look at the idea of seeing the intrinsic worth of everyone around you and the person in the mirror. We don't like to do that very often. I am really taken with this. This was in the notes I got. Back in 2010, it was our 40th anniversary here, and we were going to do an anniversary party, and that's where the annual conference got birthed. That was the first year we did a Pacific Northwest New Thought Rally, woohoo! And had music and speakers. It was a mini Asilomar, a mini conference, you know, for like the big guys. And we had Aman Motwani, who's a wonderful author and a brilliant man, and he was one of the speakers. And these 3 points are from Aman. When looking at others and when looking at yourself, focus not on how little time we have, but on how to make the most of what little time we have with each person. Don't look at who's not here. Celebrate who is here. Play with who is here. Be with who is here. 2, focus not on what you see on the outside of a person, the wrapping, the mask, but on the person within, including the person in the mirror. And in those, looking at those people, see both the pain and the potential within each person you lay eyes on. Every behavior that looks unloving is really a cry for love. As a person in pain, a person who is acting in a painful way is a person who is experiencing pain. Doesn't mean you have to get run over by them. Doesn't mean you have to be a doormat for them. But there's a place in you that can see past that behavior to the frightened little kid inside them. There is quite literally a connection that happens. There is quite literally a shift that takes place. And third, focus not on what's wrong with a person, but on what makes them right. See their strength within their weakness. What strength lies behind the weakness they are projecting? That's a lot of work to see like that, to listen like that. It's hard enough with somebody else for me to look at somebody out in the room and say, okay, I can do that with them, but can I do that with me in the mirror? Can I stop beating up on me long enough to see the pure, perfect potential that I was born in? To see those little wide open baby eyes. And that, those little baby, there was somebody yesterday at the memorial, had a baby that couldn't have been more than 4 weeks old. It was just, it was exquisite. It was exquisite. The wise warrior becomes that vessel of purity. The wise warrior lets go of the stories of pain and trauma We're not denying them. We're not pretending they didn't happen, but we're no longer letting them define. I'm going to learn the lesson from this experience, and then I'm going to use it to create a new life, to be the person who will get me there from here. If we just let go, and allow Spirit to listen for us on the days we can't, to love for us on the days we can't. There is no limit to what we could do. This little group of people here today could change the world if we together decide that that's what we're ready to do. Every person in this room has a gift, a magnificent gift that puts this puzzle all back together, that brings the pieces back into the cohesive whole. I am honored and blessed to be with all of you, those of you at home, those of you here, those of you who are just experiencing this somehow. Thank you for today. Okay, I am going to ask our practitioner of the day to come up and bless the offering. I'm going to ask the song leaders to, as soon as she's finished, lead us in the offering song, and then we'll have some more music from Beth. And this time, James and Roz will be backing her up.
Wow. Thank you so much for that talk today, Reverend Linda. I look out and I see a room filled with loving, amazing souls, and I hope you see that when you look in the mirror. This is our time of sacred giving. We are so blessed, and this center is such a big part of that, bringing wonderful people together, hosting amazing concerts, our conference, our New Thought conference that comes in the fall. All this feeds our souls, feeds our hearts. And so it's a pleasure and a joy to give back. And I know as we do, I invite you to, if you have your offering with you, to hold it over your heart and know that this offering, like the raindrop, falls with others, becomes that river of healing, that river of love, that river of abundance that blesses this center, and that the people in this center that gather together as we bless this offering and we create this abundance, we bless the world around us. I'm grateful for this center. I'm grateful for this blessing. And I affirm this prayer by saying, and so it is.
And everything in this world goes around, flowing with abundance, it knows no bounds. Giving and receiving, we circulate the love with gratitude and knowing there's always enough. We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks with this offering. We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks for everything. We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks with this offering. We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks for everything.
You got to do it with the choreography. And we are so grateful because we have another song by our guests.
Yes, thank you so much, Beth. Jack?
And I invite all of you who can to come back at 1 for our concert, which is called The Gift of Peace, because that's exactly what we're trying to accomplish in this concert, is to bring us into that sense of inner peace where our strength lies, so we can do what we're put on this earth to do. So now I'll start improvising something, and Roz and James will just go with the flow.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Well, the concert we'll have an announcement for it. The concert will be at 1. And if you weren't here, like if you're watching from home and you think, oh, I'd like to be there in the room for that, you can still come and be here with that. And if any of you have friends that you think might enjoy this, please invite them to come back at 1 o'clock. So, announcements. Men's coffee, 10 a.m. at the food court. Grab your coffee downstairs at Provisions and then take it upstairs to the court and gather. There'll be guys there to visit with and play with and have a good time with. The Wednesday gathering is every Wednesday here in the sanctuary. It's completely different from the Sunday gathering in that it's in a circle and there's interaction and sharing and talking. So it's a different way midweek to get a spiritual pick-me-up. Again, today from 1 to 2:30, everyone is welcome. The suggested donation is $15. You can donate less or more, and there's some lovely bling back there. As you're getting ready to go, you might pick some of that up before you head out. And anyway, you heard the sounds, you heard what it is. Beth and James and Roz do beautiful work together, and I encourage you to give this a try. Next Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific, there's going to be a Zoom meeting that I will, the link is here, but I will get more information to everybody through the newsletter. We're looking at doing a trip to Ireland next May, from the 17th to the 27th of May, as a group. And so if any of you are interested in that and would like more information about it, even if it's like, oh my God, I'd love to, but there's no way in the world, go ahead and come to the Zoom meeting and check it out and see, because there's always a way. There's always a way. And, the former bar owner in me is so looking forward to this. It's about 3 days after my birthday. On a Sunday, we're going to be doing karaoke and family karaoke party from 2 to 5. Come, play, sing, laugh, dance, do whatever. It's going to be a really amazing time for everybody. We're suggesting a $10 love offering, but just be here and party. And there's air conditioning, as you know, so if it's one of those hot August afternoons, we'll be inside where it's cool. Check out the bookstore. There's nobody there today manning it, personing it, whatever the word is for that now, clerking. But if you find something you want, you can take it into the office and Dale will ring it up for you. If you want to scan this, but there's always ways for you to serve. We would love to have help with the with greeting people. You know, it's 20 minutes once a month of standing at that door going, hi. That's the whole thing. That's all you got to do. Oh, you might have to go, yeah, the men's room is over there, or the women's room is right here. But that's the extent of it. So if that speaks to you and you can do one Sunday a month, let us know. We can also use help in the production room. We can use help in the bookstore. We'd love to have clerks in the bookstore. So there's many, many ways that you can be in service and meet other people and play together. 2 more weeks, today and next Sunday, Julie Denson's art is here. If you are interested in any of it, check with Linda Lundry Starr. It's her cousin who did this artwork, and then in August we'll be having a new artist come in with all kinds of new paintings, and practitioner. There's you and me. Oh, Kathy. And Radiant's here. Okay, we're good.
It's all about all of us. There is a group of practitioners here. We've studied the teaching, we've taken courses and had to pass exams and boards and all that sort of thing. And it is our pleasure, privilege, and joy to offer Minute Miracles after service. So, if you're feeling a little down, maybe you can't see the forest for the trees, maybe you've forgotten that you're perfect, whole, and complete, deeply loved, we can know that with you. We can bring you back to that awareness. Or if you're also right now just having so many blessings pour into your life, we will help you amplify that. We're here to do that as well. So after service, we will be at the different walls here and at the back, and I'd like to have the practitioners introduce themselves. And I'm Maggie Covarrubias, and we're here, and we're so happy to be of service. And now, I think we're going to have our closing song.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth,
The peace that was meant to be.
with God as creator. We are family, and let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be my moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. So let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
If you choose, please repeat after me. God is. I am. That's it. And so it is.
Any change in the plans?
No.
No, okay, I just want to make it to the concert.